Today, we'll be reviewing the popular online homeschooling program, Power Homeschool. I've reviewed this program on my channel in the past, but Power Homeschool just got a major update. So I wanted to share that with you so you can see what's different. Did this online homeschooling program get better or worse? Let's find out together. First, let's go over the basics. Power Homeschool is the homeschool version of Acellus Academy, the accredited online school. It provides a complete homeschool curriculum for kids in kindergarten through 12th grade, and it's one of the more affordable options at just $25 a month per student. And now you can actually get it for $19.95 a month per student with the Roger Billings Scholarship. This is available to anyone as long as your student participates in weekly live lectures, which really means they just have to watch the lecture and leave a comment. When you sign up, you will choose your child's grade level, although you will be able to adjust the grade level for each course later on. And your subscription will include up to 7 courses. They offer all the courses you would expect from an online homeschooling program, such as math, language arts, science, and social studies. But you can also add some electives such as foreign language, fine arts, and computer science. So to start, all you have to do is sign up and pick your child's courses and their grade level for each course. And you'll also need to download the Acellus app. After that, your child is ready to start learning. If you're not sure which grade level to choose, you can view the scope and sequence for each course on their website to help you decide. Power Homeschool is a video-based online homeschooling program. So most of the lessons are going to follow the same format of a video, followed by some questions to check for understanding, or maybe a reading or writing assignment. But don't worry, I'll show you some examples a bit later in the video. You'll also have a lot of reporting and analytics available to track your students' progress, and we'll go through all of that in this video as well. But first, let's check out the brand new Acellus HD interface from the student's perspective. So here is how the main screen looks. If you've used Power Homeschool in the past, you'll see here it's very different from how it used to look. And I think it looks a lot better. Here's a shot of how the old interface looked. So I think the new format is definitely an improvement. We're reviewing 6th grade here, and these are all the courses I chose when signing up. Under each course where you see these check marks, these are the steps that should be completed each week, which just means how much work should be completed in the course for the week. And you can adjust this in the parent settings, and I'll show you how later in the video. So this will just give students an idea of their weekly progress. You can also see your progress through the course here, and you can switch between active and completed here. Down below here, you can view your grade point average, time spent this week, and work completed today. Over up here on the right is where you can get to Science Live, which is where you would go to watch the weekly science lectures and leave a comment to keep your scholarship if you signed up for that. You might also notice there's a course here called Social Emotional Learning. When you sign up, you'll be asked if you want to include that or not, but you can enable or disable it in the parent section at any time. Okay, so let's take a look at one of these courses. How about language arts? So most of the lessons are going to open up with a video. And one of my criticisms of Acellus and Power Homeschool in the past has been that the videos seemed very outdated, like they were filmed in the 90s. But this one here actually looks newer. So we'll have to take a look at a couple more and see if it's just this course, as I do know that along with this update to the interface, they also added some new courses. Maybe they also updated the older videos to HD. I'm not sure, but this one here definitely looks better than some that I've seen. After the video, there will usually be a series of questions to check for understanding. These are usually multiple choice and will be graded in real time, and so you'll be able to see your score right away. If you click over here, you can see how many steps you need to complete each day for the course and your current grade. If you click Lesson List, you can see all the lessons included in the course. You'll be able to go back and rewatch videos that you already completed, but you won't be able to skip ahead. For this course, most of the lessons are a video followed by some questions, but some of these here have a book to read or a writing activity. For For this course, the books are really just short stories that are honestly not that great in my opinion, not real literature or anything like that. And you have to remember here that the parents aren't doing any grading. So the writing assignments have to be done in such a way that the system can grade them. The ones I tried for 6th grade were just editing something that was already written. Okay, now let's take a look at one more course. How about science? Okay, so here I'm going to say this video looks a lot older. So I guess they have updated some of the courses, but not all. But with this course, we have a text version of the lesson, which I like, and I wish they had that for all the courses, although I don't think you can print it out. If we click through the lessons list, we can see it's the same format, video and practice questions, with something extra called a drill on some of these. I don't see any reading or writing assignment, and there isn't anything to do offline, unfortunately. So really all of the courses are going to be like this. And probably some are going to have newer looking videos and some are going to be the same older videos that they already had. But hopefully you get the idea. And if you want to see some of these videos yourself, they do have example videos that you can watch on the Power Homeschool website. So I don't want to take up too much time here with the videos. Now let's switch over to the parent section so I can show you what you can do as a parent there. If you've used Power Homeschool in the past, you'll see this looks a little different now as well. So you can click on your student here and you'll see all their courses with their current grade and progress, and you can print this out as your grade report. You'll also see their time spent and work completed this week. You can click on any course to see more details and print a report. This is also where you will be able to see if your student is struggling in any area. You can click any of the lessons to see more details. If you're looking for the attendance report, click on more over here and you can get a detailed report of time spent or just a basic attendance report to print out. If you click student account up here, you can update your student's basic info and add an additional parent to the account. If you go to reports, you can generate a few different reports here which will be exported as Excel files. If you want to make changes to the courses, you would click over here on manage account. You can edit the overall grade level here and enable or disable the social emotional learning. Down below, you can add a course, change the weekly goal for each course, and if you click the edit button, you can adjust the grade level for each course individually. Up top here, you can also request a transcript and order ID cards. You can click on billing details to change your payment method or cancel your subscription. So that's basically everything I wanted to show you of how the parent and student sections on Power Homeschool look now with the new update. But there are a few more things we need to talk about. First is that Power Homeschool is basically the same thing as Acellus Academy. Acellus Academy got this update first, but now that Power Homeschool is also running on the Acellus HD software, they are basically the same thing. Even before the update, they still had the same curriculum. So if you're struggling to choose between the two, the only real difference is that Acellus Academy is considered a school. So this means that they can issue a diploma upon graduation, and they are accredited if that's something that's important to you. But with Power Homeschool, you're getting the same exact curriculum. And as a homeschool parent, in most cases, you can issue the diploma yourself. You don't really need a school to do it. I know some parents feel more comfortable with this, but I just want you to know that you probably don't really need it. I also just want to talk about a few things that I don't like about Power Homeschool. For one, the videos are not interactive. You just watch the whole video and then do the practice problems. You can't skip ahead either, even if you already know the information. And that makes sense for Acellus Academy because it's a school, so they do need to make sure that students are completing their assignments. But with a homeschooling program, parents really should be able to remove the lessons that their children don't need to do. And with Power Homeschool, unfortunately, there's just no way to do that. You also can't start in the middle of a course. So switching to this program mid-year might be a problem because you're still going to have to start at the beginning of the course, even if you already know the material. I just wish with this update they would have given parents more flexibility to customize the program to meet their needs. I know this was something that they offered in the past, and I really think they should bring it back. So honestly, if you're just using this as a supplement, I think you would be better off with something like study.com. It follows a similar format of videos and multiple choice questions, but you can take as many courses at a time as you want, and you can pick and choose which lessons to include. So I think it works much better if you're just looking for a supplement for specific lessons and courses. As for the curriculum on Power Homeschool, I don't know if this would really be enough to use as your entire curriculum. You have to remember that because this is all being graded by a computer, there are limitations. Most of the questions are going to be multiple choice, and the writing assignments, at least the ones I viewed, were all just editing assignments. And I also noticed with the writing assignments that if you have a plugin like Grammarly, it works with Acellus. So you have to be careful there because that would make it really easy to cheat. And while the video is playing, you can go to another browser and just mute the video and let it play, as long as you go back to make sure that it doesn't log you out. Which was great for me when I was testing out the program for this video because I definitely didn't want to have to watch all those videos, but not so great for a student. I also just don't think this curriculum is that challenging. I was using 6th grade to test it out, but honestly, it seemed more like something for 3rd or 4th grade. It just was not hard at all. So I don't know. I don't think that I can recommend this as the only thing that you do for a curriculum. It's fine if you want something for your kids to do while you maybe have to work or focus on teaching the younger kids, but I would definitely supplement it, especially for things like reading, writing, and some hands-on science projects. And I think if you're looking at this as an all-in-one program that your kids can do independently, that you don't need to be involved in, then you might be better off with an online school instead. And not Acellus. I'm talking about something with real teachers who will be grading the assignments and interacting with the students as well. There are plenty of affordable online schools, so if you're really looking for something that is just completely self-contained where your kids will get a good education, I really recommend that you look into that instead. So is the new Acellus HD version of Power Homeschool better or worse? Well, I think it looks nicer and it's definitely easier to navigate. There were some sections on the old program that I didn't even know what they were for, so at least those are gone. I think it's probably a lot easier for parents to navigate as well. Some of the videos definitely look newer, and I know that they have added some new courses, so that's a plus. But basically, it's the same program that it was before, just with a new look. If you have any questions about Power Homeschool or just a general homeschooling question, let me know in the comments and I will be happy to help. Thank you so much for watching.